As the Minister for Defence has already addressed the specific issue of the SAF Terrex vehicles, I will focus my reply on the second and third part of your question. The Singapore-China relationship is a long-standing, multifaceted, and mutually beneficial one. Since 2013, Singapore has been China's largest foreign investor, and China has been Singapore's largest trading partner. Our top leaders meet regularly, and there's a constant stream of official visits at all levels from both sides. When PM Lee met Chinese President Xi Jinping in September last year, they did so on the sidelines of the G20 Leaders Summit in Hangzhou, for which Singapore was invited by China. Both our leaders agreed to strengthen our mutually beneficial relationship based on the principle of mutual respect and mutual understanding. And over the years, we've built up significant reservoir of trust and respect with our Chinese partners and stakeholders. Now, in international relations, it is natural for countries to want other parties to act entirely in line with their own national interests. As a small state, Singapore will from time to time encounter such expectations from other countries, and many of these other countries will be much bigger than Singapore. This is realpolitik. However, and this is important, however, it is important for us to conduct our foreign policy as a sovereign, independent nation and not be seen as acting at the behest of any other country. This is essential for our international credibility, our standing, our relevance, and our usefulness to our partners and friends. We must also maintain our emphasis on upholding international law and scrupulously respecting agreements which have been entered into with other countries. This attitude to international law and scrupulously respecting agreements is basic to the rules-based international order that benefits all countries and is especially crucial for our long-term survival and independence as a small state. Our relations with China and our interactions with Hong Kong and Taiwan are based strictly on our One China policy. We have consistently abided by this policy and understandings reached when we established diplomatic relations with China in 1990, and we will continue to do so. We are not a party to the disputes in the South China Sea. Our position on the South China Sea has been articulated on many occasions, including by our Prime Minister, and our position reflects our need, Singapore's need, for peace and stability in our region, for freedom of navigation and overflight in major trade routes, and respect for international law. Singapore and Chinese leaders have continued to interact, and we cooperate in many areas of mutual interest. Just last year alone, I made 4 working trips to China. We remain committed to the 3 G2G projects, the government-to-government projects, namely the Suzhou Industrial Park, the Tianjin Eco-City, and the Chongqing Connectivity Initiative. And we continue our engagement with our Chinese partners at multiple levels. We are also engaging China in new areas such as the Belt and Road Initiative, and we are working together to conclude negotiations on the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. And this partnership encompasses ASEAN, China, India, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and New Zealand. We welcome China's growing engagement of our region, as this creates new opportunities for mutual growth and prosperity. Singapore's relations with China and our relations with other major powers should not be seen as a zero-sum game. We believe in interdependence, in an interdependence characterized by open, inclusive regional architecture that promotes collaboration and win-win outcomes. Ideally, if I'll be allowed to paraphrase President Xi, ideally we should all be part of a common circle of friends.